and I give the rights to it to like all the sites and stuff that I'm on, so that definitely shouldn't happen. My dream for my next 5 years, I want to have, 5 years. I'll tell you like a year from now, I'd love to really have a massive hit single. I would love to, I'll give you like the next 2 or 3 years. I want to have hit singles. I want to be on the radio. I want to be touring. I want to do my own concerts. I want to perform at Madison Square Garden, for 3 years. But I got baby steps. But I'm a big dreamer, I set high dreams, high standards. Some people think I'm nuts. Super Bowl 5 years. Can't be realistic with the Super Bowl, You have to have a lot of hits for that. You have to be like literally the biggest star in the world to do the Super Bowl. But that is my biggest goal. I always tell people when I've done the Super Bowl, like for me, that's going to be, like I know I made it if I did the Super Bowl, And that's been my dream. Every year I watch that Super Bowl and I'm like, I can't wait for my day. I cannot wait for my day to do the Super Bowl because I'm going to motherfucking crush it. Literally. I don't care if I have to spend my whole entire bank account. I don't care if I'm poor after it. I want to do that Super Bowl performance. I want to just, I want to kill that. But I might cry, actually. Well, I don't know. I've dreamt about it since I'm like 2 years old. But when it actually happens, I might literally be on my knees, hysterical crying. I'm not sure. Have I ever had my dance students perform with you in your shows? I have. I've used my dance students in my shows. I've used them in my music videos. I think it's the most special thing, to have like the kids come on stage with me and give them opportunities and stuff. So. Good night, hon. What melts your heart? Well, my nieces definitely melt my heart. But honestly, I think where I get most emotional is normally from like fans and messages and what I see people post, and it just like blows my mind to know that like when people will send me a message that I affected their life in some way, or that I inspired them. How special is that? I don't know anything else that really is more special than being able to change people's lives and not even like be able to not even know them, or have a song or say something that affects someone that I've never even met, Like for me, there's nothing like greater really in the world. I also love to. Yeah, some of these gets emotional. I am right now. I also love to. What melts me, like always gets me, is like when I watch a talent kind of show, like an American Idol or something, and the story is just so inspiring, and it's like someone who had to really go and against the odds, and someone who had everything riding against them, but they just had this talent in them or something, and like to see their success and to see that moment happen, that always gets me too, because I love seeing people's dreams come true. I just always think it's just like super special. And then also too, I'm saying so many things. Also too, I love when there was a video of someone's daughter. And she's, I want to say, I think she was autistic. I'm not exactly sure what she had. And she was watching one of my videos and she said she wanted to dance with me. And that I lost my mind. Because like to see that girl, it's just like our life, like sometimes we don't realize how much we really do have just to be able to walk and, speak to people, and that always kills me. Actually, so someone said before that that probably would have been my favorite duet, because there's a spider on my phone. It's just like, I don't know. That always kills me. So, yeah, those are the things that really get me, because like in the end of like life, you know what I mean? Like it's like what really is like at the end of life, like, like what, I don't know, I feel like, yeah, so, you know what I mean, you're a Kardashian, and you sell lipstick, and you're gorgeous, and people love you, but like, and I'm not saying I actually like the Kardashians, I'm just saying, like, in the end, like, what did you do with all of that, What did you do? I don't really know much, like, about what they do, or their money goes to and stuff. I'm sure they do a lot of things, but, like, I know for me, like, what, like, where, I just know that I want to do great things with my platform and my career, and I want to give back to people, and I want to, it's like, I just don't get it. If you have so much money, you have billions of dollars. Some of these people have billions of dollars. I don't care what anyone says. What the fuck do you do with all that money? It's crazy. Now, of course, you've worked hard for it. I'm not saying you give it out to everybody, but we all know when you're a celebrity, and I know even for myself, there are things that I'll go somewhere, right, and they're like, oh, because they feel you're important, let me give you a free facial, or let me give you, a massage, and just post us. And it's like, so think about it, the celebrities, right, could you imagine how much free stuff they're getting? And they don't need it. They can pay for it. It's like crazy when you actually think about it that way, you know what I mean? If I have all this money, I don't need a free massage, I'm paying for you, I'll give my free massage to somebody else that actually needs it. So like, I also just like feel like there's so much I can do and be part of, and to be a great artist, and because he comes with so much power, and like on a huge platform, and so many people that you're able to like speak to, and I think that it's just really important to do great things with it. And again, like I always say, like, no one is perfect, you know what I mean? There's no perfect people. It's like when people always message me, I actually get, like, stressed, and they're like, you're so perfect. I'm like, I'm really not, trust me. I've made so many mistakes. There's things I wish I could have undone, and things I've said I wish I wouldn't have done, and, things that, you just, like, we're all human, no one's perfect, we're gonna make mistakes. So, like, I'm not perfect, trust me, by any means. But I definitely do know that in the end, like, I know I have a good heart. I always want the best. And, sometimes I actually say, I'm like, maybe God is like really like holding out for me on this like becoming a huge star thing, because he's like maybe he thinks I can't handle it, because what comes with it is so scary actually, and just so many people just out to get you, and the tabloids and the rumors, and you know what I'm saying, like it's like sometimes I wonder like maybe God's like he's not gonna be able to handle that, because I am like sensitive, and so, but I also do feel like now more than ever, I do feel like I can handle it because I've accepted it. Like, I know that, you know, that people will come for me. Not everyone in the world is nice. There's going to be rumors. There's going to be negative things. Like, the only thing I could literally do is either just ignore it, address it if I want to, move on, and do my thing, you know. And maybe like years ago, I actually, if I want to, move on and do my thing, you know. And maybe like years ago, I actually couldn't handle that, you know. Like, I wasn't actually ready for that, so. Love you too. I do have the best fans in the world. That's crazy, because I was telling my friend today on the phone, I was just like, they were some